It was a film that redefined what it meant to dream. In 1965, The Sound of Music danced onto the silver screen and captured the hearts of millions around the world, with its breathtaking Austrian landscapes, unforgettable songs, and the tender story of a governess who changed a family forever. This wasn't just a movie, it became a global memory. Starring the enchanting Julie Andrews and the commanding Christopher Plummer, it swept 5 Academy Awards and became one of the most beloved musicals of all time. But behind the joyful melodies and iconic performances lies a quieter, more somber truth. As the decades passed, the stars who brought the Von Trapp family to life began to fade from the spotlight, and one by one, from this world. Today, in 2025, almost the entire original cast has passed away, some peacefully, others tragically. This is their story, then and now. Let us honor the unforgettable cast of The Sound of Music, the real names, their lives beyond the screen, their triumphs, and the heartbreaking ends that followed. Christopher Plummer was born on December 13, 1929, in Toronto, Canada. At age 35, he stepped into the iconic role of Captain Georg von Trapp, the strict, grieving naval officer whose heart is healed by love and song. His powerful performance as the stern father who slowly opens up to music and family made him unforgettable. With every word and gesture, he transformed a cold authority figure into a symbol of redemption and fatherhood. But Plummer's brilliance extended far beyond The Sound of Music. His career spanned over 7 decades, with standout roles in The Insider, Knives Out, and Beginners, which earned him an Oscar at age 82, making him the oldest Academy Award winner at the time. Yet, behind the glamour, Plummer often reflected on his shortcomings as a father and husband. Married 3 times, his final marriage to Elaine Taylor lasted from 1970 until his death. He had 1 daughter, actress Amanda Plummer. In his later years, Plummer suffered complications from a fall. He passed away peacefully at his home in Connecticut on February 5, 2021, at the age of 91. Heather Menzies Urich was born on December 3, 1949, also in Toronto, Canada. At just 15, she portrayed Louisa, the strong-willed and mischievous second daughter of the Von Trapp family. Her clever, humorous presence brought balance to the family's emotional journey. Following her breakout role, Heather appeared in cult classics like Piranha and the TV series Logan's Run, proving her range in both science fiction and horror. In real life, Heather faced highs and lows. She married actor Robert Urich in 1975, and they had 3 children. Together, they became known for their philanthropy, especially in cancer research after Robert's own diagnosis and death in 2002. Sadly, Heather faced her own battle with brain cancer. She passed away on December 24, 2017, in Ontario, Canada, at the age of 68. "I am 16 going on 17. That single line made Charmian Carr an icon. Born on December 27, 1942, in Chicago, Illinois, Charmian was just 21 when she lit up the screen as Liesel, the eldest daughter caught between childhood and adulthood. Her grace, sweetness, and vulnerability made Liesel a symbol of first love and innocence. Despite the spotlight, Charmian chose a different path. She left Hollywood after a few small projects, including Evening Primrose, and focused on a career in interior design. She married Jay Brent in 1967 and had 2 daughters. After their divorce in 1991, she lived a more private life, eventually running her own successful design business. However, she later battled depression and was diagnosed with dementia. Charmian Carr passed away on September 17, 2016, in Los Angeles, California. She was 73 years old. Elegant, sophisticated, ambitious, Eleanor Parker brought layers to the role of the Baroness, the wealthy, poised woman who vied for Captain Von Trapp's heart. Born June 26, 1922, in Cedarville, Ohio, she was already a 3-time Oscar nominee by the time she appeared in The Sound of Music. Before playing the Baroness, she was praised for Caged and Detective Story, and her filmography read like a masterclass in classic cinema. Off-screen, Eleanor's life was complicated. She married 4 times and had 4 children. Her final marriage to Raymond Hirsch lasted until her death. In her later years, she suffered from pneumonia and died on December 9, 2013, in Palm Springs, California, at the age of 91. Peggy Wood was born on February 9, 1892, in Brooklyn, New York. At 73, she became the soul of The Sound of Music, delivering a deeply moving performance as the Mother Abbot. Her voice echoed through generations with the timeless words, "Climb every mountain." Before her role in the film, Peggy was already a legend. She starred in I Remember Mama, which earned her an Oscar nomination, and had a decorated stage career that began in the early 1900s. She married writer John V.A. Weaver in 1920, had one son, and remained a widow after Weaver's death in 1938. She never remarried and lived quietly until her passing on March 18, 1978, in Stamford, Connecticut, at age 86. With wit, charm, and comic timing, Richard Haydn made Max Detweiler unforgettable. Born March 10, 1905, in London, Haydn played the family friend who encouraged the Von Trapps to share their musical gifts. Haydn was no stranger to animation fans either. He voiced the caterpillar in Alice in Wonderland and had major roles in The Emperor Waltz. He lived a private life, never married, and had no children. He passed away on April 25, 1985, in Los Angeles at the age of 80, following a heart attack. Ben Wright, born May 5, 1915, in London, brought intensity and unease as Herr Zeller, the film's Nazi antagonist. Beyond that, his voice was heard in 101 Dalmatians and The Jungle Book, where he voiced the memorable Wolf Rama. He was married to Muriel Wright and had 2 children. After heart surgery, Ben Wright died on July 2, 1989, in Burbank, California, at the age of 74. Norma Varden, born January 20, 1898, portrayed Frau Schmidt, the loyal and sharp housekeeper in the Von Trapp home. Though a minor role, her presence brought humor and structure to the household. Her film credits included Witness for the Prosecution and Strangers on a Train. She married George B. Wright but had no children. Norma passed away on January 19, 1989, just one day shy of her 91st birthday. Portia Nelson was born on May 27, 1920, in Utah, and brought a stern yet lovable energy to Sister Birth. An acclaimed singer, author, and actress, she also appeared in The King and I, and wrote the widely beloved book, There's a Hole in My Sidewalk. She never married or had children. Even while battling cancer, she remained active in the arts until her death on March 6, 2001, in New York City at age 80. Marnie Nixon, born February 22, 1930, was more than just a background nun. She was one of Hollywood's most famous hidden voices. She dubbed songs for West Side Story, My Fair Lady, and The King and I, lending her pitch-perfect voice to some of cinema's greatest moments. Married 3 times, with 3 children, she continued teaching and performing until her death from breast cancer in 2016, aged 86.